Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is video number 2 of 2. So before we get cracking, I've got a couple of things to let you guys know about. Firstly, if you didn't catch the video from earlier on, where we dissect the frustration of Caicedo in relation to the negotiations between Chelsea and Brighton, you can check it out right here. As long as you head over there, you'll also see other bits of information in relation to Reece James, who we're going to touch on in this video as well. But I would advise you pause this, head over there, watch that, then come back here. If you haven't seen that video already, like I always say, if you want to do it the other way around, feel free. If you're weird and you're lopsided, whatever floats your boat. Now that's announcement number 1. Announcement number 2 is if you are new, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. And also, surprise to all of you, you can catch me now. Younes Talks Football is back on the socials. Actually, no, I'm back on the socials. But Younes Talks Football is now on every single platform, right? For all of you. The amount of people that wanted to get in touch with me and you know, either just reach out to me, message, had to go through people to get through to me was ridiculous. So I thought, you know what? I'm all for advocating control on your social media usage. Please don't be stupid. Don't just consume and consume and consume. If you are going to create and do something useful with it, cool. If you need it to network, cool. Which is kind of where I am. I need it to network. I need an option there for people to get in touch. As well as that, I'm going to create content for you on there as well. I might as well. So Instagram, Threads, Twitter, TikTok, links are in the description. You've seen them pop up on the screen. And as I've said, if you are new and you haven't already, subscribe. Now, let's get cracking. It's going to be interesting to see all of those kick off now. So, welcome. Now, let's start off with a very, very interesting piece of news. Very interesting piece of news. I saw this and I laughed. I found it hilarious. What is it? Let me show you. Here it is. Chelsea didn't break any FFP break-even rules in UEFA's published report today covering the financial years 2019, 2020, 21 and 22. New rules begin in 2023 financial year. So, as long as we remember, I think it's safe to say we can go. Roman Aubameyang, thank you very much. Your job is done. Fully. You have not left us in any sort of financial predicament in a negative sense. Everything is all good. And the first year of Todd Boehly has gone well in terms of FFP. So happy days. We're in a very good position in terms of UEFA's published report in relation to FFP. Can't complain. Now 2023 onwards, we'll see what happens. But right now it looks like we are recouping quite a lot of money from sales. And I think the wage bill is going to significantly decrease. Which means we're going to be in a very good financial situation moving into next season and the season after. So happy days. Man United, on the other hand, got fined. Man United got fined. Man United got fined and Man City didn't. I have to say that Man City, how many charges? 115 charges or something. Man United got fined £270,000 today, I think, because they breached FFP. Honestly, you can't make it up. But hey, United are not. That doesn't mean United are innocent. That just means Man City, I think, have a longer legal process to challenge every single charge that came their way. But Man United have just accepted it. So there you are. So that's the latest on FFP. Chelsea in a good situation. Now, Reece James, what's the latest? I did mention in video number 1 that there was the whole issue with his knee. What's going on? He felt a bit of pain. We finally have the answer in relation to the scan that we mentioned yesterday. And what the result is? Well, we finally have it. Here it is. Is he going to the US? Yeah, he is. Here it is. Reece James is fully fit and ready for Chelsea's pre-season tour. We have confirmation from Simon Johnson. Reece James is fine and good to go on Chelsea's pre-season tour of the USA after having a precautionary scan on his knee following a bit of pain. Happy days. Fantastic. Now, I hope we don't face any issues when we're out in the United States and after 20 minutes of the first preseason game against Wrexham, right, and Ryan Reynolds, that Reece James just go, my knee's broken, guys, I can't. I hope that doesn't happen. I'd like to think if I've mentioned it, I've jinxed it, so therefore it's not going to happen, right? That's how it works, right? According to some of you, the superstitious lot, anything I say, the opposite happens. So, hopefully he doesn't get injured and we just get a nice amount of longevity from Reece James. Fingers crossed. We'll look forward to seeing him in the USA on our pre-season tour. Now, let me know your thoughts on that. Good news. Now, let's get to what has been the bad news, but I think we might be heading somewhere now. And it's about Big Rom, Lukaku. Here it is. From Matt Law, it is believed that Rock Nation Sports, who represent Lukaku, have become involved in negotiations to try to help break the impasse. Chelsea's co-controlling owner Todd Bowley shares a good relationship with Michael Yarmark, who is the president of Rock Nation Sports International. And this is good news. If we have some sort of intervention now, and hopefully we're going to see things finally getting into motion of maybe Lukaku leaving the football club. Rock Nation now have had to get involved, who represents him. So look, as far as I'm concerned, I haven't really got much to say on Rock Nation, except I hope Jay-Z himself, right, who owns the entire of Rock Nation, can come into this negotiation and wake Inter Milan up, yeah? If there's one guy that might open Inter Milan's eyes, it's probably needed to be Jay-Z. Someone of that profile walks into the San Siro and they're like, oh, Jay-Z, what are you doing here? Buy Lukaku now. Okay, Jay, yeah, but put the bid in. Hopefully that's what happens. Because, the fact that Rock Nation have even had to get involved in a transfer is stupid. Let's be honest. Yes, they represent the player, but come on. This would be very straightforward. Inter Milan put the bid in. Done. We don't need anything else. Personal terms is easy. He wants Inter Milan. He'll say yes to anything. Instead of a massive salary, offer him a bag of chips, right, and a packet of crisps with some biscuits, and he'll probably go, Inter Milan or Milan, Internazionale. The guy's obsessed with Inter Milan. So I don't understand why it's needed to come to this, but I hope Rock Nation can help facilitate it. So let's see what happens in relation to Lukaku. I hope a deal gets done very, very soon. And if we don't get one before flipping Monday, I'm going to be fuming. Now, talking about Monday, someone who is meant to be in a similar situation in terms of leaving the football club, but acts very differently. Acts how he should. Acts professionally. Acts with class. Check this out, yeah? Lukaku, this is an example to you, so read. I hope you can. Here it is. Aubameyang will report for Chelsea training on Monday, if no deal agreed for his exit before then. Clubs so far have been reluctant to pay a fee and cover his wages. On top of that, we do have Marseille that are expected to make a formal approach to Chelsea over Aubameyang, and that could happen in due course. But as of right now, for Monday, if there's no deal anywhere, he will come to training. He will train. He will show up. He'll respect his contract. He'll do everything that he needs to. Now, to be honest, look, I've got to flip the other side of the coin here, right? Shout out Miz. I do not want Lukaku at Cobham. So this is where I technically would be okay with him not showing up. But it's a breach of contract. So it just goes to show who he is as a professional. Right? Not as a person, because as a person I believe, you separate yourself from your job, you can be an entirely different person. He might be the nicest guy in the world. But in terms of the profession, it's not professional at all. But, as I've said before, it works for Chelsea if he doesn't show up for training, because then we got him. Breach of contract. Thank you very much. We've got you, mate. You're in our hands now. You're in the palm of our hands. We have control of this entire situation. So let's wait and see what happens. But Marseille potentially coming in for Aubameyang, and Aubameyang has been training and he's been training hard, and I look forward to seeing what might happen with Aubameyang. I do expect him to leave regardless, but in due course. Let's see when it's going to happen. Now, one man has finally arrived at Cobham. Finally. And it's this man. It's the French wizard, Nkunku. Here he is, finally. Nkunku is at Cobham and he's training pre-season ready. And this guy had something to say about it. Kylian Mbappe. On Christopher Nkunku's first day at Chelsea, Instagram post, he says, going to get my popcorn. How about this? How about we go and get our popcorn, and maybe in the most unlikely of places on the face of this earth, we might have a possibility, a fraction of a possibility of a move for Mbappe. Am I asking too much? That's too much, isn't it? I'm asking too much. That's never going to happen. But imagine if this was a way for Mbappe to tease himself in and create Chelsea as a new option because Real Madrid don't want to pay the money. Yeah? How does that sound? How does that sound? Mbappe and Nkunku together at Chelsea. As I've said, I'm dreaming right now. It's not going to happen. But it's interesting that Mbappe just decided to say that. He rarely speaks on Insta, specifically to other players' posts, and he decides to do it for Nkunku. Now, either Nkunku's a very nice guy and he's close with him, or Mbappe has something for Chelsea. We'll see what happens. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. Bit of banter, I reckon. Nothing's going to happen. We'll see. Now, talk about things that are happening. HudsonAdoi. Positive talks with Fulham for Callum HudsonAdoi are ongoing. This was from Nizar Kinsella. You know what? It would be good for him. I've said before, him going to Lazio, for example, would be fantastic. But going down the road to Fulham and not having to change anything in your life is also great. You know, you can live in the same place. You can keep up your same routines. You can still get up at the same time. You can do all of that. And then you just, instead of coming to the bridge, you just go to Craven Cottage, you know. Or the training ground. Where do Fulham train, actually? Probably not far from Cobham, knowing our luck. So it would be ideal for him to just move down the road. Therefore, no one is disturbed. And I think that would be a good move for him. Stays in the Premier League. Fulham are not rubbish. So I think HudsonAdoi will find his way. Could be a way for him to rejuvenate his entire career within the Premier League rather than having to go abroad. Although if he went to Lazio, I'd respect it. I think that's the best move for him. But we'll see what he does. Let me know what you think he should do in the comment section below. Now, we begin to shift away. There was a big story that came out today. And after 2 years, or was it 3 years total, but 2 years on trial, Benjamin Mendy. Yeah, I've not said that name, I don't think, ever on this channel. Since the birth of this channel, I don't think I've mentioned Benjamin Mendy. So let's get on with it. Here's the latest after his trial today. This is from Memphis Depay, talking about Benjamin Mendy. All cases dismissed. So what are we doing now? Who is going to help this brother heal? Who's going to be responsible for the damage on his name? How he's going to have his career back? Many years of investment to become a professional football player. Now what? I've never touched on this subject because I didn't know all the details, but I've spoken to him one true FaceTime while behind bars and faced him on the pitch a couple of times. I didn't see any evil in the man. We can't accept this to happen to us as athletes. Who's going to stand up for us in time of need? Not when the damage is already done. Don't turn your head, people. And there's Benjamin Mendy. He came out today of court and after being found not guilty. That's official. That's out there. That's it. He's been released. And the first and only word he said after being asked how he is Alhamdulillah, which is, you know, all praise to God. Thank God, basically. He is Muslim. So, Alhamdulillah. I have one thing to say on this. His career is damaged, severely damaged, because even Manchester City have terminated his... No, not terminated his contract. They've let his contract run out. And that ended only 2 weeks ago. 30th of June, 2023 was the end of his contract. Talk about timing. If not, he might still have a chance to make it at Man City. He might still, now that he's been released, maybe Man City take him back on a new contract. But he is a free agent. He's not played football for 2.5 years. He's not been training. He's been in a cell. He's not fit. And for what? For something he didn't do? It's amazing. I have this to say and this to say only. The people that accused him of whatever they accused him of need to go down. Simple as that. There needs to be a punishment now. That anyone that fabricates a story to do with any sort of abuse or potential rape or anything like that, you need to go down if you're making lies. You need to serve the punishment that the guy would have got if he had been found guilty. You now need to get it. That's exactly what needs to be done. Therefore, people can finally stop lying about innocent people and having to serve this sort of time, destroy a career, and have to start everything up from scratch again for nothing while he's been innocent all the way along. So I find it absolutely disgusting that there are people that can fabricate things like this and get away with it. They need to go down. The accusers need to be sent down to jail. Simple. Send them to prison. Send them to prison. That's a separate topic from football, but I hope Benjamin Mendy can find his career again, and I'm sure he will because he is still fairly young, and I think there is, there's a lot of muscle memory in terms of sports science. I think there's a lot of attributes that can be kicked up and running again, not a problem. So we'll see where it all goes. But Benjamin Mendy, I hope he starts playing his football again really soon and gets back to the high level. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, we got one announcement at Arsenal today. It's not the one we were expecting though. Although, we were expecting this, but we were expecting two. We didn't get two, we got one. We got Timber. Where's the basmati rice? We didn't get any rice. It's like getting a biryani, but with no rice. I've just been given chicken. Or I've just been given lamb. That's it. There's no rice. So, in this case, we've been given Timber, but no rice. Here's the latest from Arsenal. Welcome to the Arsenal, Durian Timber. And one thing that I do, and I have to give praise to Arsenal for, and I think this is only right, I'm about to show you what Arsenal did in order to facilitate his arrival earlier on today, I'm guessing, or maybe this was a few days ago. I don't actually know, it was a few days ago because it was sunny. It was raining today. So here's Arsenal, Edu. Check this out, family a shirt, and have to go make the effort to go to the airport where the plane has landed and meet the player there in order to facilitate his arrival. It doesn't normally happen. Normally the player lands, he makes his way, heads to the training ground. Oh, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. Edu headed over out there, waited by the plane. I have to praise that. As a director, I think that's a fantastic touch, and it gives a sense of welcome, a sense of comfort, a sense of we're here for you. And a sense of you're our player, so we have to look after you now. And that can only make the player and his family feel comfortable and welcome. So honestly, for that, fair play Arsenal. Absolute fair play Arsenal. And I hope many other directors can take example, because it does seem like Edu has learned a lot in that role. Got criticised a lot by a lot of the Arsenal fans too, but with time has now managed to get a lot of people to warm to him in order of the business and the way that Arsenal's been running and whatnot so far. It's looking good, so fair play to Edu on that occasion, and let me know your thoughts down below. Now we still wait for Rice. Now Rice isn't going to arrive on a plane, so I don't know if Edu's going to wait for him, and I don't know, is he going to wait for a bus to show up or something? I don't know, but we'll see what happens in relation to Rice. Maybe an announcement tomorrow. I was expecting by today. Still nothing been done yet. Weird. Let's move to the white side of North London. And yeah, Tottenham. Them lot. What's the latest there? Here it is. It's over between Tottenham and Hugo Lloris. French goalkeeper has been granted permission not to travel in order to explore prospective transfer opportunities. Club statement confirmed. So Hugo Lloris is off and available on a free. I have to be honest, this wouldn't entirely be a bad move for any top club to make as a goalkeeper. Hugo Lloris on a free. Fair play. It's mad to think Lloris and De Gea are now both available on free transfers. But namely Lloris. I want to say mainly Lloris. De Gea, I think, has served his time. Lloris, I still think, has a little bit left in him, and he is a decent goalkeeper. I just think he's been let down by a team like Tottenham, because it's Tottenham. So let me know your thoughts. Where do you think he'll go? Who do you think should get him? Who do you think should bid for him? Let me know down below. Much appreciated. And to end, we've got a couple of more things to discuss. Here's 1 out of 2. Al Hilal have reached verbal agreement with Alexander Mitrovic on personal terms. He's open to the move. Deal depends on the clubs after first proposal. For 30 million euros rejected, Fulham said no. Al Hilal set to bid again. Second bid is ready now. Mitrovic is the top target. Mitrovic is going to head to Saudi. That's actually mad. The amount of players that are heading over there now, and this is just the first window. Wait till January. Wait till next summer. Oh, there's going to be a lot of familiar faces over in Saudi, not like there isn't already. But Mitrovic heading out there, it's another one where you look at Ruben Neves, you look at those sort of players that headed out there of an age bracket where you think, nah, he's still got more to offer. Mitrovic is definitely in that bracket. heads to Saudi. So, yeah, we'll wait for an agreement between the clubs. I think it will be done because Saudi have the money and Fulham want the money. So I think it's a fair deal. And Mitrovic will head out there. Let me know your thoughts down below and how you think he will do to end his 2 of 2. Exclusive Premier League to switch from Nike balls to Puma when current deal expires in 2025. Nike given every opportunity to extend, but no agreement reached and partnership will end after 25 years. Puma has struck lucrative contract to take over at The Athletic. Unbelievable. So The Athletic making it clear Puma are coming in as the new ball supplier in the Premier League. Nike after 25 years are calling it a day. Man, that's crazy. I remember before Nike, and it used to be the Mitre balls. Who remembers Mitre? Or Mitre, if I have to pronounce every single letter. But the Mitre balls were absolute. Actually, have I got one? I think I've got a Mitre ball. Hang on. Oh, it's not here. Oh, it's not here. It's not here. I've got it. I've got it in the house, but it's not here. I thought I had it in here. Mitre were fantastic, and then Nike came in during the same sort of time when Total 90s first came out for the first time, if you remember. And the iconic yellow ball with the blue lines coming around it. Mate, Thierry Henry days, Ruud van Nistelrooy sort of days. Yeah, man. Good times. Good times. Mourinho coming to Chelsea for the first time. Those sort of days. So we've had Nike since then. And now it all ends. It's going to be weird, but I'm sure Puma will do a good job. They're normally good with design, so that's the most important thing in terms of the ball. We'll see how it all ends and how it all looks. Let me know your thoughts down below on everything that I've discussed in this second video of the day. Thank you all very much for watching. And like I've already said, do not forget to head over and check out video number 1 if you haven't already from earlier on today. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Don't forget to follow Younes Talks Football on all social platforms now. And they're not going anywhere because these are channel affiliated accounts on each platform. Instagram, on Threads, Twitter, and TikTok. You'll be getting content all across those in just to do with Younes Talks Football and football as a whole. That's it, nothing else. So make sure you head over there now. Links are in the description. Follow on every single one. And thank you very much. I will see all of you tomorrow for a couple of new ones. So I will see all of you then. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Take care, people. And peace.